Hi there and welcome to a new video in which we're going to be comparing two really amazing AI tools that we can integrate inside of our Godot workflow. I'm talking about Game Dev Assistant by Zenva and ChatGPT Plus version. By the way, this video is not sponsored by either platforms, okay? So this is gonna be a 100% honest review. So I don't think I have to talk a lot about ChatGPT because you have to know about this tool right now. But about Zenva's Game Dev Assistant, what you have to know is that this is, let's say, a ChatGPT directly integrates inside of Godot, so it can actually it has one-click actions integrates inside of it. So for example, in ChatGPT, when you tell ChatGPT, okay, create a code for me to do something, you have to copy and paste that inside of Godot. Or if you tell ChatGPT, okay, I want to create something, you basically have to follow step by step what you are told. Whereas in Zenva's Game Dev Assistant, you basically have a button to do everything at once. So let's start doing or actually using all this. So for Zenva's Game Dev Assistant, you just press on Access Now, you provide your email. You basically authorize this and press access, and then you always receive a verification code. So you always, when you want to log in, as far as I know, you always have to go to your email and put the verification code over here. Whereas in ChatGPT, you have your OpenAI account, you log in, and that login is saved, and you don't have to always be entering new codes or whatever it is. Something that you also have to know is that this Game Dev Assistant has been existing for just a few months. I don't really remember. I believe something like 2-3 months, maybe something like that, whereas ChatGPT has been existing for a way longer time. So maybe they will change this login system soon. So here I have the code, so I will just copy it and paste it over here and verify code, and here I am. So this has its own plans, okay? So this is for you to know. So talking about pricing, okay? ChatGPT Plus is $20 a month. Okay, you don't have an option to be billed yearly, so that's something that I don't know why. You can only pay monthly, at least right now. Or you also have the pro version for $200, but this is something that, let's say that for 99% of people, or at least for the purpose of the video, it's not really something that is worth it. Okay, I believe. So pricing $20 per month. You can only pay it monthly, whereas Zenva's Game Dev Assistant is just $8 every month. Okay. Or this is the year subscription, okay? Or monthly, $15. So if you pay it monthly, it is quite similar in terms of pricing. But you do have the option to pay every year for, let's say, half of this. So at just $8 each month, which is something like 3 times less than ChatGPT. But of course, remember that if you pay for ChatGPT, and not only can you use it for Godot or yes, for Godot, you can use it for like a lot of things. Just for you to take it into account, I use it for literally everything in my life, okay, right now. And things not only related to coding, I can use it for my YouTube, for some jobs, for my Udemy courses, like for a lot of things, okay? So that's also something that you have to take into account. So if in Zenva's Game Dev Assistant we don't want to pay for anything, we can just continue with the free plan. But of course, you do have like a pretty, let's say, a good, I believe, free plan, okay, in which you have 20 messages each week, so it's not that bad. So monthly you have 80 messages, so it's not that bad. In order to download, set it up, everything, you have here the installing instructions, which is like super simple, so I'm not going to be covering that in this video. But the setup is like super simple, okay, so you shouldn't have any kinds of problem or error. I have installed this plugin in like a lot of projects, okay, and I've never once encountered any kind of problem with the plugin. So indeed, the plugin seems to always be working fine. And once you have it set up on your project, you will see a new tab here, Assistant, okay? And you have like a lot of things here. You have, well, not a lot of things, but a couple of them. So, for example, here we have in the very bottom, you have chat and agent modes. And you also have here tooltips to understand what they are. So the chat is the mode that you would use 99% of cases whenever you want to ask for instruction or anything like that. And I just have agent mode for action-oriented agent to get things done. So well, in a deeper comparison, we may also like dig deeper into these two modes, but for now, let's just start with chat mode, which is the default one, and you can add some context. So you can add, for example, include the contents of all scripts that are currently open in the Godot code editor. You can also add the contents of the output to see, for example, if you're having some kind of problem, you put add output, why I'm getting this error, for example. You can also target the docs. So once again, pretty interesting. So here I've just written this prompt. Okay, I will copy it and then I will also give it to ChatGPT. You have the reason mode also over here. which is a premium feature. So we're not going to be able to test it out in this video. So if you are actually trying to solve something that is kind of more complex, you have like a huge feature that they want to add with a huge number of instructions, well, then you may use this reason mode. So we can basically send this information, and in a matter of seconds, okay, we're going to be having the answer. So while this answer is generated, which as you can see does take considerable more time than ChatGPT Plus at the moment, I believe that with the pro version or premium version, I don't know how it was called, maybe we do have faster responses, but I don't see it as a as an advantage of the Game Dev Assistant Pro. Okay, so it just says, okay, you have more messages, you have custom instructions, you have the reasoning model, but it doesn't tell me okay, the answers are gonna be a little bit faster. So maybe they are, but at least we cannot try it out over here. And you may think, oh, but you're comparing ChatGPT Plus, which is paid, to something that you are using the free plan. Yes, I understand that, but also in the free plan of ChatGPT, you do get pretty fast answers, okay? Unless you are in an hour in which there are lots of people asking, but I've used ChatGPT free version for like 2 years, and only like in the very beginning I was having those problems. Then the answers were mostly instant. So let's come back over here. Now we do have it. So you have the instructions, okay? Something that also, let's say that ChatGPT could also do. But the key thing here is this, okay? This is amazing. You can do each step, okay? Or you can press apply all and wait a couple of seconds until everything is done. And as you can see, you have basically done everything in a click. So you have your main scene, okay? And you have the scene itself with the ground, the player, okay, which is completely empty right now, but does have this script, for example, which should have this this movement, okay, that this is basically the template for the character body 2D movement. So for example, if we attach a new script to it, you have this template. So let's actually create it with a new script. So player 2. So basic movement. So this is the script that was generated by the template, and this one by the AI. As you can see, they are mostly the same thing. So pretty interesting that it was able to get this template from the Godot engine documentation or from somewhere. So I don't know, pretty interesting. And we also have like basically what we asked for. We have the controller, we have the ground. We don't have sprites because, well, we didn't tell it to add the sprites, so that's correct. So let's just turn on debug collision shapes, visible collision shapes, so we can actually see them. Let's play this scene. Okay, and we actually don't have a shape for the player, so let's basically add it. Let's add a circle so we can at least see something, and there we go. So everything's working flawlessly. Now if we ask ChatGPT, okay, the plus version, the free version, whatever it is going to be able to deliver something pretty similar. Okay, so let's go to ChatGPT Plus. I will paste this and give it a second to load, and here you have it. Okay, so once again, you do have a script that it's different, I believe, how it's calculating. So let me copy this, but once again, you have to copy exactly the code, put it over here, okay? And I will just paste it, yeah, I believe below. Let's put here ChatGPT Plus. Okay, there we go. And well, we have here some problems, yes, because we have many functions that are the same. So let's basically just create a new script. There we go. So as you can see, it's pretty similar. Okay, it's mostly the same thing. We have a problem here. Velocity, yes, because this should have been deleted. So you can start to see the thing. So right now I have to copy things, all that, and previously with ChatGPT, sorry, with Game Dev Assistant, I didn't have to do it. I have these problems, but I believe that when I save, I should not have these problems anymore. But yes, I continue having problems. So see how here ChatGPT Plus, surprisingly, is doing something that is not correct, because this velocity here is a built-in value. So this is actually defined inside of the character body to the class. So this should not be a variable. And here the move and slide is actually not used correctly. Okay, so in reality here what should directly be called is move and slide. Move and slide. So pretty interesting. Okay, once again, the free version of Zenva's game dev season did the work flawlessly, and ChatGPT Plus, $20 a month, did it wrongly. Okay, of course I could tell ChatGPT here, I don't know, this code does not work in Godot 4.4.1, and it should be able to kind of see the error, as you can see, searching the web, but I did have to tell ChatGPT that. So as you can see, now we should have, as you can see, the corresponding code, but I did have to tell it. Okay, so let's now copy it again. There we go. And now it is working. Oh no, it's not. Yes, because here you cannot infer the type like this. You would have this default gravity. This is a float, I believe. Yes, and it's also using something super weird, like constant case in a variable. This should be used only for constant, so pretty weird that. I believe this is because ChatGPT like does not have much data about Godot, because I've personally used ChatGPT a lot for Unity projects and it works flawlessly, literally flawlessly, but I believe that ChatGPT doesn't have a lot of information about Godot, or that's what I can tell you right now. So I would not even be able to imagine how bad maybe the answer would be for something as simple as create a basic 2D scene which will have a ground in the bottom and the player can move left and right. If we were using the free version of ChatGPT, and we would have run out of credits to use GPT-4o, because something that I don't know if I already mentioned it, but anyway, in the plus version of ChatGPT you have unlimited usage of ChatGPT-4o, but in the free version you have like limited credits. So sometimes you have that pop-up here that says, oh, you've reached the limit, we are switching back to another model, and when that happens, ChatGPT becomes literally useless. But even though here it is using ChatGPT-4o, it is not doing a good job, as you are seeing. So once again, you can train ChatGPT and tell it, okay, yes, the code works, but in Godot you don't use constant case for variables, or you don't tend to do that. You do that with with snake case. You only use this for constants, but well, it is more work that you have to do. And also, of course, it has not generated the actual scene. Of course, maybe the instructions were correct. Okay, so here we have it. So what it basically told me over here is that if you want, I can also generate the scene file. So let's really try this. I've never actually done this, but I don't think this is gonna work well. What ChatGPT can give you, if you want, is give me the instructions to create this scene, and you can basically replicate it. But we are in the same thing. We have to copy and paste stuff or follow like some instructions. So just out of curiosity, I will tell you to generate the .tscn scene file just to see what it actually does. Okay, so here we have the file, so pretty interesting. So I just copied that, and let me just save this file over here with Notepad. So I will save it as let's call it chat GPT scene, and save as type I will put all files .tscn, and it was this project over here. Let's save it and let's see what happens. I don't really know what would happen. ChatGPT scene error while parsing file. So yes, I don't really know how this works, to be honest with you. I don't know if we had to maybe reload the project. I've never done that. I didn't know ChatGPT could do that. So let's try it out and let's see what happens. I don't know if I have done it correctly also, but also the instructions were not maybe so clear. So well, indeed there is some kind of error. So well, I don't know. I will quit to the project list and maybe try to get it done, but I don't think it's gonna be possible. So well, I did that with this. The answer is clear, but no, there is literally no way to make this work. So what I can tell you is the following: if you are gonna be using Godot right now, and you right now want an AI tool that works flawlessly with Godot, well, I don't know if this tool also works flawlessly, because I would have to use it for at least a couple of weeks and tell you right now I have not done it, but for the test that I have done, it does work pretty well. You can use this game dev assistant. The good thing, you have a free plan with 20 messages each week, so you can try it out, see it if you like it, if it's actually helpful, and if it is, you can upgrade to the actual pro version. But for ChatGPT right now, for actual Godot code, as you can see, it has like a lot of things that it can improve. Okay, even though I am in the Plus version. So remember, this is the version that I'm paying for. I know that here ChatGPT has an amazing memory, and I can tell ChatGPT, okay, remember that whenever I ask you to give me something in Godot, remember that I'm using Godot 4.4.1. So you can do that, but once again, they are just too many extra steps that you should not have to do. But also remember that you can use ChatGPT for many more things, not just Godot. As I mentioned, with Unity, it works literally flawlessly. So really, this is just a matter of who you are, what you want to do with these tools, your budget, all that. But to be honest, both tools are very good, okay? Even though here we have not seen the true power of ChatGPT Plus, with a little bit of training, it could actually work pretty well. So just that, let me know in the comments down below which one you prefer and why, and I will see you in the next one.